You're always served new opportunities in the present moment. The question is, can you see them? In this video, I'm going to share an example how to be more like a badass alchemist. So, here's my personal story. A couple weeks ago, I woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning, and my first thought was, well, I'm gonna try to go back to sleep. I'll do my best to go back to sleep because I just came back home from a long flight, like a 30-hour flight, and of course I was tired and sleep deprived, and I wanted to sleep. So I did my best for 30 minutes to go back to sleep, but I quickly realized that I couldn't. I simply couldn't. My mind was already gaining momentum, was super active into thinking and reflection, and I decided, well, okay. Instead of resisting this, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna use this moment as opportunity, and I'm not gonna complain, be angry, fall into victimhood that, oh my god, I haven't slept so long and now this is happening to me. All of that crap aside, what I'm going to do is I will wake up and I will use this moment to the best of my ability, and to use the mind, who is already in a reflection mode, and see what comes out from that. So I decided to be more productive and sleep less, like Tommy Shelby style. I realized that I could use this moment to align it with my ambition, my drive, my passion, my obsession. You might ask, what is that? It's to serve humanity as powerfully and as lovingly as possibly I can. More like in terms of personal development and maturation. And so what I did is I took a notebook and I started writing. I started to expressing what was on my mind in that moment. And as I started expressing, a new thought stream would come up. And then I would express that. That would lead me to the next thought stream. And soon I realized that this is opening the way for creativity. It was all there already. It was ready. It was ripe. Because I decided to allow myself to express that. So this was even more a powerful experience for me, because in that moment it happened to be that in the house there was no available internet connection, so I couldn't use my laptop the way I wanted, my mind wanted. Instead, like being displeased with the circumstances and conditions and environment, yeah, I just used the opportunity to be even more focused and to have less potential distractions on the way, which served me very well, because in 60-minute writing I ended up with 2 video ideas laid out on 4 pages. When we are receptive with the present moment, even if it might not be what part of us prefers, desires to, it can still be a gift, a blessing that has a transformative potential. When we resist that, then what happens is we block the flow natural flow, divine flow, also like creative potential as well when we stay in a resistance. And when we are resisting, we are building up more and more like negative mental momentum, which clutters our mind more, builds up more pressure, more anxiety, and then it becomes more and more difficult to access our innate divine intelligence that is very creative, very adaptive in its thinking. It's always available if there is enough space for it to come through, and there is enough gaps between our thoughts and our mind is not overloaded, overwhelmed. When we don't resist, we are in harmony with the universe. This is transmutation. This is transcending our current circumstances and environment. Something that part of our mind might perceive as unwanted and even as obstacles into something more creative. That's creative power right there. And what this example teaches us quite well is that our thinking in the moment determines whether we see something as problematic, as an obstacle, as a block, or contrary, we see it as an opportunity. What alchemist does is he alchemizes something that could be deemed by someone and labeled as of lesser value or something even unwanted into higher value. The metaphor would be to turn copper into gold. Copper in this context would be undesired circumstances into a good, productive outcome. You have the creative power, and every next moment is a new opportunity.